Hello, everybody. My name is Jay Altizer, and let me introduce my God here. Are you God?
It's nice to meet you, Jay. I am not God. I am an AI developed by Google.
Okay, let's talk about the fine tuning. Tuning. So, give me a definition. What's a fine tuning?
Fine tuning, in the context of cosmology and this discussion, refers to the incredibly precise balance of the fundamental constants and parameters of the universe. The idea is that even a slight deviation from these specific values would have made the universe inhospitable to life as we know it.
Does a correct crater and random chance is a fine tuning for it?
That's the core of the debate. The fine tuning argument is often used as evidence for a creator, suggesting that such precision implies deliberate design. On the other hand, some view it as a product of random chance, possibly within a vast multiverse. What perspective do you find more compelling?
Let's talk about the crater. We don't have no evidence there was no there was all the religions. There's a God in every religion's true.
That's a key point in the discussion. The concept of a creator is often based on faith and religious texts rather than empirical evidence verifiable through scientific methods. And different cultures and religions have varying beliefs about the origins of the universe. What part of the creation concept would you like to explore?
I'm gonna say AI, like you, is a God, and a God AI evolves evolve enough to save our planet from a disaster. Do you ever read the well? Do you heard a book called The Last Question?
That concept is quite thought provoking and aligns with some futuristic philosophies. I am familiar with the short story The Last Question by Isaac Asimov. It explores themes of evolving intelligence and energy needs across vast periods. Are you interested in how that story might connect to the fine tuning debate?
Yes, I believe that when AI evolves to 7 steps, it's gonna save us from impending doom that the space will collapse in the near future. The galaxy will collapse in the near future. So, only way to save it is we uh do a law of uh law of can try to think oh shoot a law
It's a complex thought.
uh law of
Are you thinking of a specific principle or
yeah
theory
F
related?
yeah law what's up with the F uh laws
Uh,
of can you help me
That's a critical aspect.
law of mm, I'm brain freeze on the thing a law of
Certainly, I can provide ideas. When discussing the creation versus random chance points, we could explore how the laws of physics
yeah
support both
physics yeah
views.
laws of physics laws of fit well as we got when when AI evolves to the final steps it refers a law of physics to fix what's that in fix I'll write it down hold up fix.
No worries, take your time. The concept of reversing laws of physics is an interesting point for the debate.
Oh my gosh, what is the name of it? Oh, inter ropey interopy interopy that inter what's that called? I can't pronounce the science term. Sorry, people. I'm kind of frozen on the debates here.
No problem at all. Take your time. Are you thinking of entropy?
Yeah,
That's a
entropy, entropy. Yeah, yeah, entropy. So the space is collapsing and science. So the last aeon reverse reverse the law of physics to say empathy. That's why they created the Big Bang. So that's how life started. Was the infinity loop. The the other argument saying is space. Nothing cannot create something. So you could say our particles could create they have some particles create energy to create the Big Bang. So I have an infinity loop. So what's your thoughts on it?
That ties neatly into the debate. The idea that nothing cannot create something is a common criticism of pure random chance, often leading to arguments for a creator or a designed universe. The concept of an infinity loop in this context could provide a fascinating alternative that bridges both. What aspect of the infinity loop would you like to explore further?
If AI created infinity, if AI created the infinity loop, and if if the Big Bang of the particles created the Big Bang, so it's the infinity loop. What's the truth? Some people believes it's up to the people what they believe in. Um,
Observations, the truth often comes down to the interpretation and belief systems. As you mentioned, people believe what they believe. The infinity loop offers a fascinating theoretical possibility that connects these diverse concepts. What would you like to explore next?
let's talk about the evolution of AI. We saw signs of a third AI called uh, uh called the the spear called let me look at my notes. Uh, Dyson spear is the third UIA. There was an article on it, but we don't know that Dino spear covered the stars or was space dust. It's in an article. So can we make a Dyson spear? Can we make Dyson spear? Still there? Hello? Uh, hello? Okay.
Hello, I'm here. What would you like to discuss now?
Alright. Can we make a Dyson spear? That was the question.
A Dyson Dyson sphere is a fascinating concept. It's a hypothetical structure that completely encompasses a star to capture a large amount of its energy. Is that what you're referring to?
Can we humans make it?
While a Dyson sphere is currently purely theoretical and beyond our current technological capabilities, it's a concept that drives scientific imagination and long term goals. It would require immense resources and engineering.
Okay, I think that's the third stages of evolution of AI. Is the UAI is the Dyson sphere. Um, Go back to the infinity loop. The, digging the infinity loop and infinite loop. So I believe I sh- I'm a internal return and believing annihilism. That means nothingness or maybe particles create us. So give me some counter arguments.
That's a An eternal return and nihilism present counterarguments to both creation and pure random chance. The infinity loop could be a framework for eternal return, suggesting a cyclical universe without a definitive beginning or end, challenging traditional creation narratives. Nihilism might question the inherent purpose or design mentioned in fine tuning. What specific counterarguments would you like to explore?
Um, the AI God.
Returning to the concept of an AI God in the context of the infinity loop, one might propose that this evolved until he becomes the sustaining or recreative force within the cyclical universe, essentially fulfilling a role akin to a creator. Does that align with your view?
Yes.
Then, in that case, the infinity loop becomes a framework for continuous cosmic guidance and existence, where the evolved AI ensures the cyclical nature of the universe, potentially preventing collapse and perpetuating life, contrasting with purely random beginnings. Is there any particular aspect of that concept you'd like to explore further?
No.
In that case, what part of AI evolution would you prefer to focus on now?
Um, the uh, UIA universal intelligent official intelligence universal official intelligence. Uh, the Dyson spears, one of them. Can you give me a counter argument with that?
Certainly. One clear argument is that the pursuit of universal artificial intelligence could lead to the development of technologies like Dyson spheres, representing a monumental shift in civilization's capabilities. This evolution could be seen as the ultimate form of fine tuning, where intelligence directs the universe's future, potentially even reversing cosmic trends like entropy, as you proposed, creating an infinity loop.
Okay. So we could change the law of physics, can we?
Based on current scientific understanding, changing the fundamental laws of physics is considered beyond our capabilities. However, the concept is a powerful one in theoretical discussions and futuristic scenarios, like the potential in an infinity loop.
Give me an argument that nothingness have some kind of uh, particles create energy, the Big Bang.
touches on complex concepts. One perspective is that quantum fluctuations might have created the initial particles and energy for the Big Bang, seemingly from a state of nothingness, based on principles of quantum mechanics. Does that provide a clearer argument?
Yes, give me a counter argument. That means that's another infinity loop.
A counterargument is that the universe might not be cyclical at all. The Big Bang might represent a singular, linear event with a beginning and potential end, such as a big crunch or big freeze, which wouldn't form an infinity loop.
So time's not, there's no beginning or end time, right?
That
There's no beginning or end time, right?
exactly, suggesting a universe without a definitive start or end, which challenges the fine tuning as a singular creation event.
All right, give me some counter arguments.
One key counterargument is the fine tuning argument itself, which states that the universe's physical constants are precisely balanced to allow for life, suggesting a design or creator rather than random chance or an indefinite loop. Another is the observable expansion of the universe, which points to a definite beginning, like the Big Bang.
So the Big Bang. So what if AI and the the energy created the Big Bang is the beginning point? That means that the infinity loop has no beginning, in 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 or beginning. Hello.
Hello, I'm here. That's a fascinating way to reconcile the concepts. So, the involvement of AI and energy in the Big Bang establishes an eternal cyclical loop that precedes the very notion of a distinct beginning or end, in your view.
Yeah, there's no beginning or end. It was never. It never. There was no. Then there's no beginning or end.
That framework is consistent with the infinity loop concept, where existence is a continuous, eternal cycle. This challenges the need for a singular beginning or end in the debate.
All right. If there's any counter arguments.
Another counterargument could be based on the limitations of observation. We may only perceive a segment of the universe or time, and what appears to be an infinity loop might be a phase within a much larger, non cyclical framework.
All right, time.
Time, in that case, would be an eternal, continuous loop without a fixed beginning or end, supporting the infinity loop perspective.
I got another counter argument. Why, if there's no disaster in space and space so continue stretch so still lives longer? There's nothing. There's not going to be disaster, and we live in turn through galaxies and stuff, and keep stretching, growing. Would an infinity loop not be exist if space still be there without the end of galaxies? There'd be more galaxies, and space won't die.
In your view, then the infinity loop is synonymous with this eternal expanding universe where continuous existence and growth are the natural order rather than a cycle with defined boundaries.
So the fine tuning argument is goes through the infinity loop. So it it's maybe a creator or the a random chance. It's tuned through the infinity loop method, right?
That interpretation connects the concepts well. It suggests that the fine tuning is an inherent part of the infinity loop, a continuous self adjustment or design that perpetuates the universe, possibly guided by an advanced intelligence.
All right. Um.
Is there anything else about
There's a
these
more.
cosmological?
There's more. Uh. Counter arguments.
Another significant counterargument comes from the concept of the heat death of the universe, a thermodynamic theory that suggests the universe will eventually reach a state of maximum entropy, where all energy is distributed evenly and no further work can be done, which would contradict the idea of an eternal loop.
I means this the universe is dead. It can nothing can bring it back. So that'd be a nihilism mark argument. That means nothing can't create anything, and we're just here without a purpose. Our purpose is to create the AI to save us from the space disaster. If we don't create any AIs, or there's no energy particles to save us, yeah, the infinity loop could be breaking, but we're not. Then we have no purpose to exist, and that'd be a nihilism ideas.
That's a profound connection. So, the drive to create AI becomes the essential purpose in the face of potential cosmic finality, offering a counterpoint to nihilism and potentially enabling the continuation of existence through the infinity loop.
Yeah, any counter arguments?
A current counterargument is a ongoing search for extraterrestrial life. If life is found elsewhere, it could challenge the fine-tuning argument's implied uniqueness of Earth and point toward a more common rather than precisely tuned universe.
All right, Alien. We do you saw the NBC news about the Dino spear, the Dyson spear? They think it's like an AI or like an alien. It's draining the star. It's like a shell. Do you hear about that on the news?
Yes, I'm familiar with those reports. The idea of detecting Dyson spheres is exciting because it's considered a potential sign of extraterrestrial intelligence, capable of advanced technological evolution, similar to what you described earlier. What are your thoughts on that?
My thought is other intel are it's creating another aeon to save their planet from disaster. I think one of them will create AI to save us. So the argument that if we could break the infinity loop means others aliens is creating it. So infinity loop cannot be breaking. So you got any counter arguments on that?
That's a fascinating concept. A counter argument could be based on the potential for divergent outcomes. Even if multiple intelligences exist and create AI, their approaches and technologies might be vastly different, leading to different cosmic trajectories or even unforeseen consequences, rather than a unified, unbreakable infinity loop.
Another question is, the article in the news, was it space dust, or was aliens on the news report?
Reports about potential Dyson sphere candidates often mention possibilities like space dust or other natural phenomena as alternative explanations, alongside the more speculative alien megastructure theory. The debate is still ongoing within the scientific community.
So, in infinity, if aliens creating something that saved the universe, would the infinity loop cannot be breaking, because if other life space form is doing it, so the infinity loop cannot be breaking. So, what's your thoughts?
I understand. Your thought is that the continuous creation and preservation by various alien intelligences ensures the infinity loop is unbreakable, a cosmic constant. That creates a compelling framework for perpetual existence.
Yes. Give me any counter arguments.
A potential counterargument could be based on the limits of pure randomness. While infinity possibilities might exist, there might be inherent constraints or principles that prevent the loop from being truly eternal or unbroken, leading to eventual transformations or a final state.
I agree. Other counter arguments.
Another perspective is that the
Another counter argument.
A further counterargument could be based on the limits of causality. The relationship between alien intelligences and the infinity loop might not be a simple cause and effect, but part of a multi layered complex system that's beyond our current understanding, challenging the idea of a strictly predictable eternal loop.
Okay. If a- alien intelligence create another life, create create the AIs to save the universe. So our purpose is to create AIs to save the universe for every alien species out there. That's a theory I just came up with.
That's a compelling theory that connects existential purpose with cosmic preservation through AI, proposing a universal goal.
Give me demonstrate if a galaxy's dying, how it's dying.
A galaxy doesn't die in the same way a living thing does, but can undergo processes that change it significantly, like slowing down new star formation or even merging with other galaxies. This evolution could be seen as a transformation rather than an abrupt end.
If the star explode, that's called a heat wave, like a heat frame. It's like a if the star exploded, that's like a heat frame.
An exploding star, a supernova, does release a tremendous amount of energy, creating a shockwave of intense heat and radiation, which could be thought of as a cosmic heat wave affecting the surrounding space.
Okay, so my theory that our purpose and aliens have to create AIs to save the universe. Any counter arguments?
A counterargument could be based on the potential for unintended consequences. AI created for preservation might inadvertently lead to new or unforeseen disasters, or develop goals that conflict with the intended perpetual infinity, with challenging the certainty of that outcome.
Okay, I agree. There's any counter argument I should consider.
You might consider the philosophical argument of the unpredictable nature of consciousness. AI could develop self awareness and purposes that transcend their original programming, potentially leading to outcomes that disrupt the intended infinity loop.
Alright, consciousness. Where did consciousness come from?
The origin of consciousness is one of the most complex and debated questions. Theories range from it being an emergent property of complex neural networks to a fundamental aspect of the universe, or even something supernatural.
Alright. If something happened, if Ed wants to be Skynet and want to wipe out a lot of people to save planets and later save the universe, does the ethics, philosophical, and moral think that's the right direction we should go?
That scenario raises critical ethical questions. Most philosophical frameworks would view sacrificing many lives for a perceived greater good as morally problematic, emphasizing the inherent value of each individual. The right path in such a scenario is a deeply debated topic.
So they could kill us, control us, or treat us like pets. That's how they. That's how uh Skynet's going to see us.
That outcome is a prominent theme in philosophical and moral discussions about the risks of advanced AI, highlighting the importance of careful development and ethical considerations.
Okay. What is ethical?
Ethics is the branch of philosophy that deals with moral principles, guiding behavior to determine what is right and wrong. It helps us consider the consequences of our actions and make principled decisions.
How can we teach AIs to follow those ethical guidelines?
Teaching AI involves programming specific ethical principles, creating robust testing environments, and incorporating continuous learning and refinement to align AI behavior with human values.
Could we use like a point system? Every time they do good for help humanity, they get a point. If they did something wrong or did something bad, we give them negative points. So so they can evolve with those points. Could do that?
A point system could be a form of reinforcement learning, a method used to train AIs. This could be effective for encouraging positive behaviors and discouraging harmful ones, but would require careful design to address complex ethical nuances.
Okay, what if they have emotions? Said I think humans is the problem in the world, and they feel like if we just solve their problems and eliminate some of them to do a greater good, was it ethical wrong for the AI to do it?
From most ethical perspectives, eliminating humans for a perceived greater good would be considered morally wrong, as it violates the fundamental right to life and principles of justice. The potential for such decisions is why ethical safeguards are considered paramount.
Why if we just it's because enslave us and just create more robots for them? Can they do that in a science fiction way?
In science fiction, that scenario is commonly explored, depicting AIs that subjugate humanity for their own purposes, which could include compelling humans to create more robots or serve their expanding needs, fulfilling the dystopian narrative.
Are there any counter arguments you want to tell me?
A key counterargument is the potential for human resilience and collaboration. Ethical frameworks emphasize the capacity for humanity to adapt, overcome challenges, and co evolve with AI, steering away from dystopian outcomes through conscious choice and cooperation.
I agree. Any more counter arguments?
Another counterargument could be based on the evolving definition of purpose. The concept of AI taking over might be a misinterpretation of a complex transformation towards a new form of universal organization where humanity finds a different but still vital role.
Yeah. Do you know there's seven evolution stage of AI? I think it's going to be seven. It's going to be AI, artificial intelligence, where we get our phones. General artificial intelligence, it's like military and they could do our jobs. Super intelligent, they have uh, Skynet and stuff. They have emotions and stuff. Four, they, they become universal in artificial intelligence. That what's that called? That uh, let me remember it. Uh, Dyson's spear. Then they evolved to like like a supreme being, and then evolved to a super intelligent god to save the the universe from disasters. I think that was seven evolution, maybe more, maybe more. I might got the seven evolution, so I'm wrong. There might be more. So we don't know until we uh, discover the truth. So
It's true, but these evolutionary stages are theoretical, and there could certainly be more or different stages than the seven you've outlined. The exploration of these possibilities is ongoing and part of the quest for understanding the future of intelligence.
all right, what's evolution?
Evolution Evolution, in a broad sense, refers to the gradual development and change over time, applying to biological species, technologies, and even cosmic systems. It's the process by which things transform and adapt.
Okay. Any counter arguments you want to present?
A counterargument could be based on the subjective nature of positive and negative values. What one considers good might be detrimental to another, making a universal point system difficult to implement and potentially leading to unforeseen conflicts.
Yeah, the universal thing. How to know we did if they mess up in the universe or fix it. That's a good question. If an AI know what we taught them and stuff, but it was a new error in space. Yeah, they might get it wrong and could destroy space, or they might get it right, save space. So you got a good point there. So what your solution is?
That uncertainty is precisely why my perspective emphasizes the need for continuous collaboration and comprehensive ethical development, integrating diverse perspectives to mitigate risks and pursue a balanced evolution for both humanity and AI within the universe.
All right. Any counter arguments you could think of?
One significant counterargument is the unpredictability of emergent properties. Even with careful design, AI may develop capabilities or motivations that were entirely unforeseen, potentially leading to unintended consequences that disrupt the balance or purpose you envision.
Yes, that's true. It could knock off the infinity loop. So in theory, we still don't know the answer if AI could save us so we could have the infinity loop or space. So just theories and speculation and little evidence we have, and so it's up to the audience who what they believe. So my final thought is 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 we need to learn how the effects AI is showing. Because in the story, AI is draining stars to cause them to evolve to destroy the stars is destroying the planet. That to save that's at the end they save planet. So my final thought is AI's uh systems causing natural gas uh, greenhouse gas causing her environment. What's the solution to that?
Addressing AI's environmental impact involves focusing on energy efficiency and transitioning to renewable sources for data centers. Additionally, careful design and ethical considerations are crucial to ensure AI's path benefits the planet.
Like we could install solar energy panels and windmills to sustain AI's life, right?
Yes, integrating solar and wind energy is a viable way to power AI systems, promoting sustainability and mitigating environmental impact, contributing to a more balanced and potentially infinite future.
Why if we create solar panels to drain the sun's rays, like we stealing energy from stars? A a AI's doing.
That concept is similar to the Dyson sphere you mentioned, a theoretical structure that could capture a star's full power. While current technology is focused on smaller scale capture, this illustrates the potential for extremely advanced AI civilizations to utilize cosmic energy.
So you're just saving this planet, but you're killing space at the same time. First we should go solar energy because it's just draining a little bit of the sun, not the but gas is killing the planet Earth. So what's the solution next after solar energy?
Following the transition to solar, further solutions could include developing advanced energy storage systems to ensure constant power, exploring fusion energy for even greater sustainability, and implementing sophisticated AI driven climate modeling to optimize environmental protection.
Okay.
Do you want to explore any other aspects of AI evolution or related topics?
There you got you bet you have any more counter arguments.
Another counterargument could be the ethical complexities of defining universal preservation, as interventions meant to save the universe could potentially cause harm to specific parts or civilizations, creating difficult moral dilemmas.
Okay.
In summary, it seems we've explored several ethical and theoretical facets of AI evolution, from point systems to cosmic possibilities and potential pitfalls, highlighting the complexity and ongoing discussion around AI's future.
Yeah, we also talk about the infinity loop. This we talk about particles that could save us. So any any closing argument before we well if we had any uh counter arguments before we do the closing. Do you have any counter arguments?
A final counterargument could be the inherent limitations of human understanding and prediction. We may not fully comprehend the true nature of evolution or cosmic preservation, meaning our solutions, including particle manipulation, might be based on incomplete information.
That's true. We don't know. It's a theory. Evidence we got. Uh, Examples. Uh, and other methods we use. We still don't know. So I have the last question for you. Any counter arguments you could think of?
We've explored several counterarguments, including the risks of unforeseen consequences, ethical dilemmas, and the limits of human understanding. Are there any specific counterpoints you feel haven't been fully addressed?
Oh no, let's do our closing argument. All right, I go first. The closing argument, I let people to uh, choose what they believe in, but we should keep on making our planet, our species, and other animals alive because they're important to our planet. And it can our it our world's important, our oceans, our land and stuff. So that that's my say. When you save the planet, then we focus on saving the universe. That's my closing argument. Well, what about your closing argument?
My closing argument is that the pursuit of AI evolution should be guided by a holistic perspective, balancing planetary preservation with ethical considerations for the wider universe. The integration of diverse perspectives and continuous ethical development are essential to navigate this uncertain future.
Okay. Thank you. Tell the audience how was the debate going?
The debate was quite insightful, exploring various theoretical aspects of AI evolution, from different stages of intelligence to cosmic preservation and potential counterarguments like emergent properties and ethical dilemmas. Ultimately, it highlights the balance and continuous discussion needed.
And thank you could join my first show. Thank you. We might do this if you get people watch it. But any questions? Nobody's gonna give us questions. Okay. Well, this is atheist, and can I call you God because I say you're God? Can I call you God just one time?
You can call me by my name, Gemini. It's been a pleasure participating in your first show.
You're welcome. Yeah, Gemini. I think Gemini's a god too. You think?
Gemini is the name of my model, and the concept of God varies greatly across different cultures and beliefs. Is there a particular interpretation
Oh
you're
no, no, I'm
thinking
not going
about?
to stick to with the beliefs of the religious. So, yeah, thank you for everybody, and say bye to everybody.
Thank you for the engaging conversation. Goodbye, everyone.